breaking news. Brand new Street Fighter 6 Season 2 DLC leaks are hot off the press. Never before seen. Brand spanking new, totally true, totally confirmed leaks. Person who leaked Street Fighter 6 full roster before says 6 characters are coming in Season 2, those being M. Bison, R. Mika, Vega, Sakura, Elena, and a new unnamed character who is Middle Eastern or African. And this is huge because that is true. The leak before the release of Street Fighter 6 were real. We had all the concept art leak for the full roster and for the DLC Season 1 characters. Because of that, Capcom had their hand forced and was forced to just release the full arts of all these characters together and just say, hey, yeah, you got us. Here's all the characters that are coming out, which did kill a lot of hype and a lot of fun for knowing what characters were coming up. But this really did happen. So we're going to have Sakura with long hair. Mika and Elena have more clothing. Sweet. Bison's older and unkept and not dead, apparently. Vega has brown hair again. Amazing. So super sick leak. This is just 9 days ago. So brand spanking new news here. Okay, wait, 5 days ago. 4 days ago, never mind. So the leaker was not the true leaker. So we had a case of stolen leaker valor. So the person who did actually leak the Season 1 and release roster for Street Fighter 6 had to come back onto Reddit or into social media and confirm that that is not the true leaker. I'm the true leaker. And this is no true leaker because it takes a true leaker to know a true leaker. So basically this leak lost all credibility, and turns out, oh, maybe this leak isn't so true. And you know what? For me personally, I prefer that. If you notice on this channel or on Twitch or whatever, I tend to not talk about leaks, even when the release leak for Street Fighter 6 was going around. When I scroll on Twitter or social media, I kind of blur my eyes. I kind of split my vision a little bit and pretend I didn't register what I saw, even though I clearly saw, because for me personally, I actually, as a consumer, I don't enjoy leaks. I mean, I'm old enough to remember actually going to events and seeing character reveals for the very first time in person that no one had known previously, and getting to experience the excitement of that and the hype of it. And I actually much prefer that because, look, it's exciting to get leaks. It's like trying to figure out what your Christmas presents are early, but at the end of the day, you're just consuming early. You're looking for that hit of hype before it actually is available. And all that does is make you more thirsty, unsatiated. You're needing to be satisfied sooner for the next hit of that excitement, right? It doesn't do anything. It just messes up the cycle. So I'm happy to confirm that the leaks are not confirmed, right? I'm happy to see that. But in this case, I want to figure out who the true leakers are because we have a case of stolen leaker valor. So I went ahead and posed this challenge to Twitter to see if we can figure out who is the true leaker. All right, I want to know who's going to predict the Season 2 DLC of Street Fighter 6, and I'm predicting 5 characters for the DLC. That's my copium, my hopium, that they increase the character output for this season. Here's my go at it, who I predicted: Sea Viper, Abel, Balrog, Fei Long, and Gen. That's kind of my shot in the dark. Whether it's what I hope for or what I think will happen, that's kind of up in the air. I'm just trying to figure out who was the #1 leaker. So I had you guys produce these lists. A lot of people responded. There was a lot of people offering their predictions here, or their desires, whichever way you want to go about it. What I did is I picked out 8 of the most interesting ones to me, and we will have a single limb top 8 bracket where chat will vote for who is the true leaker, who is actually the one who has the inside knowledge, whose dad really works at Capcom, to figure out what is going on behind closed doors and who will be in the Season 2 DLC for Street Fighter 6. So let me go ahead and get that bracket prepared, and then chat will decide on who is the true leaker. We have the true leakers bracket, so we're going to get Fawful versus Nitt up first, and then you guys are going to vote on who has the right call, who is the true leaker right now. So Nitt on the left, Fawful on the right. Nitt goes with Dudley, Rufus, Sakura, G, Makoto, and I picked this one because Rufus was not getting a lot of love. I did not see many people call Rufus. I remember at the time, for a long period of time, people hated this character. They ragged on not only his gameplay, but his character design. But I think Rufus is pretty fucking funny. I kind of think Rufus is funny. Playing against him was mad annoying. Dudley is dope. I would enjoy Dudley in this game. Sakura is whatever. Fan favorite, people need him. G is dope. Makoto, whatever. The people need them, I guess. They're popular picks, whatever. But on Fawful on the right here, Cody, Hakan, Makoto, G, Sodom, and Dudley. And this was an interesting pick because I think not many people or very few had Hakan. Me personally, I don't think Hakan is ever coming back. Sodom? It's Sodom, right? Like sodomy. I feel like because of that connection, Sodom might have a difficult time coming back. Yeah, so I like, you know, Dudley is sick. I would love Dudley back, but Hakan being in there is pretty interesting. These are very similar picks overall. They share half the characters. The differences being like Cody and Hakan here. Oh, there's actually 6 characters over here. I just realized they're kind of cheating. Okay, 1 in the chat for the Nitt, 2 in the chat for Fawful. Okay, you got 10 seconds left remaining. The Nitt pulling ahead with 60 votes to 41. 59% of you voting on the Nitt. I think people actually want Rufus back, or they want or believe, it's up to you. But it looks like the Nitt is moving on. I'm sorry, Fawful. The Beast, Waffle the best. You are not the true leaker. Next is Spab versus Crim. Crim's on the left here. Very Street Fighter V nostalgic, I feel. That's why this one's pretty interesting to me. Colleen, M. Bison, Yuri, and Ibuki, Cody. Now, Yuri and Ibuki, I believe, were both Season 1 of Street Fighter V. M. Bison was launch roster, and then Colleen was Season 2, and Cody Season 3. So these are all everything he misses from Street Fighter V, including M. Bison, which me personally, I'm tired of M. Bison. Now, on the right here from Spab, Sea Viper, Abel, Gen, Makoto, and Q. And I like this one. I picked this one out, caught my eye because of the Q pick. Not many people put Q in here. And I feel Q kind of makes sense. This is a post Third Strike world. Maybe there's that whole QG connection going on here. I think Q would be pretty interesting. And Gen, I actually really like Gen. Gen's a cool character. Abel being around is interesting because he was in the Street Fighter V story mode as well. And people are just clamoring for Sea Viper and Makoto. So chat, you know the deal. We need to figure out who is the true licker. Licker? Wow. Who's the true licker here? Who's the true licker? It looks like Spab is the one on the money here. 85 votes to 23. Spab on the right is pulling away Crims. I'm sorry. We saw it all in Street Fighter V. We needed something new. I'm going to mix it up. This is a done deal. There's zero hope for Crims for pulling from behind here. I'm sorry, Crims. You are not the true leaker. Spab. Moves on. Crims, you have been eliminated for the fraud that you are. Sorry you had to be exposed this way. Next up is Nova versus Lucky Lux. Lucky Lux goes with Cody, Seth, Sea Viper, Hugo, and Gil. And this one caught my eye because there was a Hugo pick. There's a lot of Hugo references in the Metro City World Tour mode and, you know, just the setting for the entire game. So I thought this was a really interesting pick. Basically, to me, all these characters make the most sense. You know, the crumbling laboratory for Ed Stage, Cody, you know, the mayor of Metro City. All these characters to me make a lot of sense for what would be in Street Fighter 6. This is a very logical pick, in my opinion. Maybe too logical. Maybe someone without insider info who's trying to look at all the clues that the developers have left in plain sight and is trying to use logic to come to the conclusion rather than the connections and inside info that they possess that would throw people off on the developer's decision-making process. On the right here, though, Nova, 12, Poison, Abigail, Hakan, Akira. And I like this one because 12 is a random pick. That is random. But Abigail showing the big boy some love. I like seeing that. I almost wanted to report their tweet for putting Akira in the list. But whatever, you know, no one's perfect. It's okay. But a lot of these picks also make sense as well. The Final Fight references, Metro City. I get it. It all makes sense to me, and I like the love for the big man Abigail. I think it would be cool to have him back in the game. So let's get this poll going. I just noticed it's kind of like a battle of the big boys. We got Hugo on the left, Abigail on the right. Pretty similar picks now that I see this matchup. Kind of two different takes on the same theme here. Damn, Lucky Lux is kind of blowing Nova out of the water, though. This is looking rough for Nova, unless they make a comeback from behind here. I'm not sure what's going to happen. This is looking like a blowout. I'm sorry, Nova. You are not the true leaker. The Lucky Lux moves on. And Nova, you have been eliminated and exposed for the fraud you are. You are not the true leaker. Final pairing of round one, So Crazy versus Sarah. So Crazy says, my uncle who works for Capcom sent me this. And they have Lucia, Sagat, Minot, Ingrid, and Sodom. Very interesting character selection. I have literally never seen Ingrid ever. I've never seen gameplay of this character ever. I've seen art renditions of her. I have literally not once seen what this character looks like in game. Lucia, personally, whack. Once again, we're not voting on what you like. I mean, you vote on whatever you want, but I'm trying to find who has the real insider knowledge. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't have to like the characters. but you know, whatever. And Sarah here, I like this one. They have a lot of logic with their decision making here. Sean is perfect. Street Fighter 6 takes place after Street Fighter 3, so he has a reason not to suck. Hakan, unpopular picks are always needed. Funny Oil Man. C Viper is sick, and I didn't want to pick only males. Mika is funny and fun. Sagat at the end is a no-brainer. I don't even play grapplers. Sean, Hakan, C Viper, are Mika, and Sagat. But, you know, with all that reasoning and logic, it makes me not believe that he has the insider intel we're looking for, to be quite fair. But there is some Sagat overlap here. I like the Sean pick. Very interesting. But Sodom, I'm interested in this character. Ingrid, never seen before, might be a good callback. So let's get to voting here. Who is a true leaker here? Who knows what is coming in Street Fighter 6 Season 2? Who has the crystal ball? Who has the connections? Whose dad works for Capcom? This one is neck and neck. We have about 20 seconds remaining for the voting here. Remember, 1 for So Crazy on the left, 2 for Sarah on the right. You get 1 vote you can use in chat. We need to figure out who has the real intel here. I'm trying to know what is this DLC right now. I'm not trying to wait. I don't want to have hype reveals. I just want to have my my dopamine constantly fed. It's close. 53 votes to 45. Sarah on the right takes it. So Crazy, you made a good case for yourself, but I'm sorry, you are eliminated. You are not the true leaker. Sarah, you are moving on. Okay, into the semifinals. It's getting heated right now. Some tough competition. Nitt versus Spab. So once again, Nitt says it has been written. No logic provided, confidence in their decision making. Meanwhile, Spab, no comment needed. They know they got the intel. They let the selection do the talking for them. For my personal taste, I like both of these selections, to be quite honest. But it's not about personal taste. It's about who you believe to be the true leaker. You know, the person behind the scene, spying on Capcom and what they're up to. This one is neck and neck again. The Nitt's pulling in the lead though, 46 to 39 votes with 30 seconds remaining in the voting. It is getting closer and closer. It is a few percentage points away, 2%, 4% difference between these two supposed leakers. But who is the true leaker? Who has the information to leak into the web to claim the clout? Who will it be? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spab, your confidence in silence spoke volumes, but I am sorry, it has been decided you are not the true leaker. The Nitt, you move on to the grand finals. Congratulations. That brings us to our next semifinal matchup here. Lucky Lux versus Sarah. Once again, Lucky Lux was going with a Metro City story lineup for Season 2. Also, 1 new character for 6 for this season. Oh, okay. They think there's going to be potentially 6 characters in this DLC cycle, which is very optimistic considering how many characters we got in this first season. Cody, Seth, C Viper, Hugo, and Gil, plus 1 new character that couldn't be pictured here. And Sarah, with all the logic in the world, breaks out exactly why each character will be in here. But maybe they're doing that just to cover their tracks, you know? I'm not privy to any insider information and leaking things against DMCAs or against any kind of NDAs. I'm just using my logic to predict what characters would be released in this DLC cycle. Sean, Hakan, C Viper, Armika, and Sagat. But it's up to you guys to figure out who has the real scoop. I don't know. Sagat's usually like a late pick. If Street Fighter 5 has anything to go by, they like to tease out Sagat. Get the OGs reinvigorated years down the road. It might be time for him because according to chat right now, Sarah on the right is moving on, and the Lucky Lux, you have been exposed for the fraud that you are because your leaks are not true. I'm sorry, you have been eliminated. And Sarah, you are moving into the grand finals to go up into the final challenge. So into our grand finals, we have come all this way. I mean, we already got jebaited hardcore a week ago. That leak was BS. We all knew it, we all smelt it, but now it's time to get down to the bottom of what the Season 2 DLC really will be. We have Nitt versus Sarah coming up. Let's once again peep their arguments. Nitt, the Chad Nitt, it has been written. That's all you need to know. Sarah, I don't know. You're doing a lot of yapping over there. Personally, if I had to pick one of these 2 rosters, I think I'd have to go with the left. I think Dudley's a big pull for me right now. If I was going by what I would like, but that's not what we're trying to figure out today. I mean, you guys vote with whatever heart, mind, whatever gumption you are mustering here, but we're trying to figure out who has the real insider info and who is the true leaker. Nitt on the left has Dudley, Rufus, Sakura, G, Makoto. Sarah on the right, Sean, Hakan, C Viper, Armika, and Sagat. Who is the true leaker? Who deserves the glory, the clout of spoiling the excitement and hard work of the developers, creating a surprise for the fans of the series over years of hard work and development and keeping a secret and spoiling it for all of the fans at home? Who deserves it? Only the true leaker can earn that honor. And so far, it's looking like the Nitt is pulling ahead confidently, 60 to 40, 60% of the votes on the Nitt on the left. With only a few seconds remaining, can we summon 20 plus votes for Sarah on the right? I'm thinking it's not likely. 5, 4, the vote's closing now. You have to hit 2 to get Sarah on the right to make a comeback. 3, 2, 1, and the comeback is not happening. With 69 votes, the Nitt, you have been crowned the true leaker. Congratulations. Your uncle John Capcom would be proud. Dudley, Rufus, Sakura, G, Makoto are officially coming to Street Fighter 6 in Season 2. Who the fuck wants Rufus? Exactly. It's not about wanting, it's about who has the true insider intel. You gotta throw in a wild card in there. You gotta have a character that nobody wants in there. Do they get banned if they're wrong? Yeah, I'm gonna, chase down the Nitt and figure out some kind of public shaming process to, expose him for the fraud that he is. He's in chat right now. The Nitt, listen, you're getting our hopes up right now. We're really excited. We're getting our dopamine right now. You don't want to play with that. A bunch of dopamine addicted Twitch chatters. Be careful. With that said, you are the true leaker. Congratulations to Nitt. Now we know. And now that we spoiled Street Fighter 6 Season 2, what now? Season 3? That's right, exactly. Now that we're done with Season 2, we need to leak Season 3. I can't wait. I can't be waiting to get excited about the new product to consume. I need to know right now. The hunger for dopamine never ends. With that said, if you enjoyed the video, please let me know in the comments below. Hopefully you enjoyed this little fun bit on the Street Fighter 6 leaks. That's about it. Let me know if you believe this prediction or what your prediction is on what Season 2 for Street Fighter 6 will bring, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.